Welcome. Welcome to The Real Journey Shows Up. Imagine if in your life, when you have an upset, because life is full of upsets, as we know, imagine if you could process it in real time while it's happening. If you do this meditation, you may need to do it several times. You may need to do it a lot of times, or you may only need to do it once to learn how to do that. We begin by dropping into the body. So even if you're in the middle of an interaction with somebody else, you can still drop into the body in the same way with your eyes open. But you may find it easier to do it today with your eyes closed, at least when you first start doing it. So close your eyes if you want to. There's no right or wrong way to do this meditation. I will tell you the way that works for me. And if you do it a little bit differently, then you take what comes up for you, because your body knows best what's right for you. So now, feeling the energy of your awareness at the top of your head, and now allowing that awareness to come behind your head, along your back of your neck and your upper back, feeling the back of your arms and becoming aware of your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back. Upper back, mid back, lower back. And now allowing your awareness to go down behind your hips, into your thighs, down into your calves, into your feet, and down into the ground. Feeling that part of your energy field that is actually below the ground. If you're upstairs, it's below the floor, connecting in a long stream down to the earth. So now just sitting quietly, feeling your body. Feeling your body. Now allow that feeling to come through your whole body, from the back forward, and further back and further forward. There's an egg all around your body, an energy egg. Allowing your body to feel that. That energy is always there, noticing how you feel. Maybe a little bit tingly. That energy is always there, you're just not always aware of it. It's a good place to start a meditation from, though. So now close your eyes if you like, you don't need to, and drop inside. I'm going to close my eyes just for a second. Just to locate myself deep inside. And now bring up in your mind's eye, like a little movie, whenever the last upset was that you had. Watch yourself in the movie as if you're one of the actors acting in the movie. Watch that person. If you watch them objectively, you can sometimes see what was going on for that person, who happens to be you, more clearly than you can from feeling into it. Notice what was going on. What was that other person doing or not doing, or saying or not saying? What was their reaction to you? What did you take that reaction to mean? What meaning did you give it? Know that it may or may not have really had that meaning. You may feel sure that the person meant that a certain way, but the truth is you can't really know. Your own vision of it is colored by all your past experiences and triggers, emotional triggers. Now allow the vision to fade away, fade into blackness, fade into blackness and dropping down into this velvety, soft blackness. And now, do you remember the toy we had for our children, or some of us had for ourselves, called the Magic 8 Ball? You would turn it over, and a message would rise up through the murky depths. I'm going to ask some questions. Don't go looking for the answers, but allow them to rise up from the murky depths. Is the feeling familiar that you had in this upset? Is the feeling familiar? The scenario may be different. Maybe it was different events. Somewhere there's a familiar feeling in there. When was the first time you remember that feeling coming up? Or just remember another time. Doesn't matter if it was the first time. Remember another time that you felt that same feeling come up. Who was present in that scenario? Who was there with you? What were they doing or not doing? What were they saying or not saying? It may be a similar situation, or it may not. But the trigger is somehow the same in some way. It can be as simple as a word somebody used, the color clothing they're wearing, music that was playing in the background. It could really be something as simple as that. Or it could be something that you felt was aggressive that they did. Something that you felt they did to you. In reality, they were simply being who they were, doing what they do, and you happened to be in front of them at the time. Just like you were there to receive the emotions that came up inside you, and they were simply the trigger for you to receive those emotions. As we move through our lives, we are people triggering people, and then we take it personally, and we think it has something to do with us. Allowing yourself to fall back again and again into an earlier time that you remember having that emotion. Feeling yourself supported by the soft blackness around that clip. As if you're watching a movie in the movie theater. And now releasing all judgment of that person. Giving that person the benefit of the doubt that they also were triggered. Simply one triggered person triggering another triggered person. Kind of a cosmic joke, really. And always we think it all revolves around us. They did it to us. Or there's judgment of the self. If we're not judging them, then we're judging ourselves. Why did I say that? Why did I do it that way? Just noticing the voices in the head that come up in response to the upset. And just letting them be there. Stop resisting them, just letting them be there. But let them be there with vision, not unconsciously. Let them be there consciously. Those emotions. And when you've released the judgment around them, you will find a sense of relief that comes, a sense of release. You can do this even in the middle of an upset. You may need to practice it a number of times by listening to this meditation over again, or by now knowing how to do it and doing it yourself on your own. And once it becomes familiar enough, you can do it right on the spot, in the middle of an upset. And when you do, when you release the judgment around it, and just let it be as it is. This is what's unfolding in this moment in my life. Just let it unfold. This is what's unfolding in this moment. And then this wonderful sense of emptiness will rise up and permeate you, and it can be quite blissful, and just allow you to be really truly present in that moment in your life. Empty of what? Empty of baggage, empty of all your coulds, would, shoulds, and he did this and she did that, and they should have done this other thing. That's the emptiness. And that's when you can feel that sense of bliss that comes from allowing what is. I'm so glad you joined me today. I look forward to seeing you again at the next meditation.